So I'd like to introduce you to gyanphd and the Palo Squadron. Um, if you can't tell already, my voice is already killing me. It was over 100 degrees at my home today, and I had to work outside, and that basically just destroyed my voice. So if you do not get audio from me in the next couple days, I will remind people, of course, in the comments that occasionally I take a couple days off from recording with videos, or not recording, at least recording with audio on some videos, and it's to the point where I just sometimes have to take breaks. This is, of course, a brand new account, spent 60 bucks or 70 bucks on a premium, and they are currently using the Type 90 in this video. So they are stock grinding, quote unquote, stock grinding in this video. And this is where, like, you can see that they've only played a top tier recall. Now, granted, they're a full-blown cheater, and they're not very good. Now, granted, 1,000 kills again as a illegitimate player is still pretty scummy, to say the least. Also, let me, if you know anybody in Palo, it's a Swedish EU squadron. They speak English. That is their squadron. And if anyone knows them or anyone in that squadron, let them know they have a cheater in their squadron. But it is good to see that I've seen a couple of squadrons actually pop up in my chat recently, saying, "Oh, we're sorry that we have this person in our squadron. We're kicking him out." Blah blah blah. It's good that there are squadrons, unlike at least a recent squadron that took an action on another past squadron that took an action competitive wise. That we're just not giving an absolute crap when it came to doing things correct and how it should be. If Gaijin actually paid attention to that, it'd be great. But I also saw 2 more cheaters on Reddit the other day and today, where it was people joking like, "Well, how do I get aim like that?" I'm like, "Well, you get, move to China or move to Russia, and then pay $200 for a premium account, and then pay for a scheduled premium or a scheduled cheat that you constantly have to use and pay for because you have no skill in a game like War Thunder or any game for that matter, because you have to pay for a cheat." And in reality, I know a lot of people that do this pay because they literally can, which I think is, well, I mean, as I've said before, it's incredibly sad that you have to cheat in a video game, especially one where most of the people I've talked to say they pretty much only cheat because they want to torment others. I hate to say that, but if you've ever seen any sort of like police show, you would know that people who have that sort of mentality are like mentally challenged in a bad way, and it's usually because of trauma in their childhood. So you can assume that pretty much most cheaters in every shape of life are complete losers, or because of the fact that their entire life is revolved around being a complete tool or a troll or being a sad individual. Does that make it any better that that's a problem? No, because it means they have probably undiagnosed issues that they are not taking care of, and they refuse to acknowledge the issue at hand, and yet they take it out on a video game because that's all they can do. Case in point. It's also a matter of fact of like people that just waste so much money on this. I know the guy that I talk to regularly when I talk to him about his account. I actually asked him, I was like, "How much have you spent in the last year on this game in just accounts and cheats?" He says he did a infinite cheat, which I guess is quote unquote a lifetime cheat, which was, I believe at the time he said it was 250 euros for a lifetime, so that's like $300 US, and then per account he pays anywhere from $30 to $60 per account. He told me, at least at the time, this is like a couple months ago when I talked to him, he had 4 accounts. In total, he's had 6 or 8 accounts, and each one of those accounts was $30 to $60. And he's only been cheating for the last year. So math-wise, I mean, it's a little bit off because of the way I've done the math myself in that regard. Math-wise, he spent like over 500 euros on just accounts accounts and his cheat program in the last year. So that's like $800 US dollars in the last year on just this game. Now, people are allowed to spend as much money as they want in this game. Granted, like, they're about to have the they're about to release the, what's it called, the, oh, I don't even remember the name of it. Whatever the new, some of the new vehicles that are coming out are like $75 on the next update. And you know, if people are buying that much money now on premiums, they're realizing that they're going to be spending an absolute crap ton of money on this game. And that's not really going to surprise me because people do that already. People spend a ton of money on this game constantly. Is that actually going to be fixed or going to be going down any further? No. The last premium I've bought on my account, at least in terms of higher tier premium, was the... God, I don't remember at this point. I think it was the terms, maybe? Or no, I'm sorry. The last premium I bought was the Type 16. But I didn't spend... I spent only like $15 in real money because the rest of it was coupon. And then, of course, the Type 16 got absolutely gimped because of M735 nerf, which they still haven't resolved, like, over a year later, even though they said they would fix it. So, yeah, I'm real happy about that premium that I essentially... Granted, I didn't really waste it because it's still a really great premium, but it feels like I kind of wasted my money on it a little bit because Gaijin still refuses to fix it, and, you know, let's just keep updating the game and doing all this other stuff instead of fixing the actual issues at hand. So, and, you know, stuff like this. So, I'm going to leave this here. Like I said before, if you don't hear me voicing the next couple videos, it's because my voice is absolutely killing me, and I will give it a couple days off break. If not, then you'll hear me in the next one. As always, if you have a video, please, or I'm sorry, if you have a replay, please leave it in the comments. I am working on trying to get something set up to potentially send me different stuff. If you want to guarantee send me something, like absolute guarantee send me something, my coffee doesn't censor anything. YouTube has been censoring random nonsense for literally the last 5 months, and I don't even know what their filter is doing, considering I don't have the filter on anything strict. It's on like open-ended, and yet they'll sometimes delete the Chinese name, sometimes they'll delete the Chinese name, sometimes they'll delete for numbers, and sometimes they'll delete for replay. I know for a fact that they'll delete full URLs. That's the only thing I know for a fact that YouTube does. I can't get any support on what they will actually censor or not censor, and I don't really trust doing a Discord at the moment because of the fact that I don't really trust the fact that people are not going to be civil in a lot of cases, unless I just do a simple channel for it. So I'm going to figure out something eventually, but like I said, right now the coffee is about as guaranteed as you can get on sending me a player for any reason, or a note for any reason. Eventually I'll probably set up a Discord for it, but we'll get to that point when we get there. So, as always, I hope you have a rest of your morning, day, evening, or night, and have a good one.